Hello everybody, it's a really grey and dark day and I popped out earlier just for a few hours. I was going to pop here because this is a place I usually photograph kingfishers, and I thought I'll stay here for a bit, see what's up and then move on because the weather wasn't great. But it was kind of overcast but kind of bright. And as soon as I got here it just got so dark, and the area that I'm dealing with is in the shade anyway. So you've got this, basically there's a dam up there and this is a walkway along here, and there's this water leading into the dam coming from the ocean up there. And every year you get one or two kingfishers down here, and on the sunny day there are loads of people walking along here. But I just heard one. There he goes, 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 there he goes. You probably missed that. But they basically tolerate humans quite a lot here, so you can get nice shots. But as I said, I got here today. As soon as I got here, totally got more overcast. I thought it was about to rain. It looks like it's gonna rain at any moment. But there was this one young male kingfisher here, and he's just been so cool. He's basically let me get really close, and I've been trying to get some flight shots and but I mean the shutter speeds are just ridiculous. This is the worst weather conditions ever for kingfishers because they're so small and fast. You need a super high shutter speed, but with this weather it's just not possible. But I've been using the OM1 with the good ibis and whatnot, and my Panasonic 100 to 400. I've been taking some pretty slow shutters. When it was perched, it let me get pretty close, and I don't know how they're going to come out, but I think they're okay. And I got a couple of flight shots, maybe 200 shutter speed, which is 2000 shutter speed, which is pretty fast, but I think the ISO must have been 8000 or something, so I'm not expecting much. When the sun's out, this is good, but as I said, this bit is always in the shade because you know it's sort of 30 foot below me, 20 foot below me. But yeah, and I forgot to bring I brought my vlogging camera, but I forgot to put a card in. I thought, as soon as I got here, I thought, well, this is not the day to do a vlog. But because this one little kingfisher has been so cool, I'm sure he'll come back in a minute. He's been going to a number of different perches. He doesn't seem bothered by me at all. The one benefit today that, because due to the bad weather, is there's hardly anyone walking up and down here. So he's not getting spooked. If it was a sunny day, I'd get more light, I'd probably get better shots, but with the people constantly walking down to the dam, which is a nice park area, he would be constantly flying from perch to perch to perch, and it would be very difficult to get anything. So he sometimes lands on that thing there, which I assume another photographer has put up there. He sometimes lands there, and that's, I would say, what, 20, 30 feet from me. He's not spooked at all. Not this one, but in the past I've had kingfishers up in those trees there. And then there's a natural, is a natural perch down here where he's posed for me a couple of times earlier today. And as you can see, there's a natural perch there. The background's not great, but it's okay. And I got as close as this, and he didn't mind me being there. Pretty remarkable, really. I've never seen that before. And he's so cool, he's just going back and forth. I've been thinking about this for ages, of making a video about kingfisher photography, which so often there are many videos on YouTube, and there's so many great photographers making those videos, and they're great, especially most of them are from England, and a lot of them use hides, either professional paid for hides or their own hides that they set up. And as I said, they're great, they get great shots, and they're great photographers, obviously, but a lot of them will say, you know, this is a piece of private land, my farmer's the mate, and I'm not allowed to put a permanent hide here. Well, that isn't just practical for most people. It just isn't. Most people do this at the weekend. They get a few hours in their busy lives between, you know, looking after their kids and a traumatic divorce or something, and They don't have time to contact local farmers and set up hides and whatnot. They just go out when they have, whenever they have time. And I've taken a lot of shots here in the past. And as I said, this is just a public walkway that you can come to any time. And if you're patient, you sometimes will see kingfishers. Now, I've also taken lots of other shots of kingfishers at other places that are basically not remote. They're in public fields. But if you kind of use a bit of field craft, bit of patience, know where you want to get the bird in the position. I mean, here, I would ideally like to get eye level, but I can't. It's down there, and I don't want to get in there. You're not supposed to get in there, so I don't do it. But I'm basically saying is, you watch those videos online, on YouTube, and they have wonderful pictures of the birds, but you don't necessarily have to go to somewhere like that to get pictures of a kingfisher. And he's just come back. And he's on the post that I showed you earlier. And as I said, he's pretty cool. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see him. But he's just there. He's looking in the water. It's all right, mate. It's all right. So, yeah, I'm going to take some shots. Basically, when he's still like that, I'm using as low as 40th of a second. There he goes. 50th of a second. F6.3, F7, F8. But if you've got good image sterilization, and actually here, I can kind of lean on this rail here. But yeah, he'll be back in a minute. And yeah, go out to some local water near you, anywhere. Just have a look around, listen for the call. That's the most important thing, because they always call nearly before they fly. And you too will be able to go out and get some great kingfisher shots. So use your camera settings for kingfishers. You want sunshine, you want nice lights at early morning or late afternoon. I would go as high as 4,000 shutter speed if you can, maybe even 5,000. As low as ISOs, get the f-stop as low as you can, because you're not going to be able to get that high shutter speed. But if you can get to f8 or something, that would be even increase your chances of a sharp shot. And you've got to take a lot of shots and get into your highest fast mode, your fastest mode even. So yeah, with this, I think it's 20 frames a second with this lens. If I was using the 300 that I was using before, I'd be able to get 50 frames a second, and that would be amazing for this. But yeah, those are ideal settings, but on a day like this, I can't get anything like that. So today I'm concentrating on perched kingfisher, when he's perched, so I can slow the shutter speed down. Or I've tried a few flight shots, but I doubt they're very good. The light now is getting ridiculous. It's so dark. It's about only 4 o'clock, I think 4:30, but yeah, if it hasn't already, it's definitely going to rain soon. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I just encourage you, kingfishers are beautiful. They've got a huge range. You get them in England, you get them here, you get them all over the place. The common kingfisher, it's a stunning bird, and if there's some water near you and there's kingfishers in your area, there'll probably be a kingfisher there. So learn what the caller's like, and then go there, spend an hour or so doing a bit of recon, finding out where it perches, because they like the same perches, so they often go back to the same perches. Find a perch that you think the background's going to be nice, and just wait near there, and he'll probably, or she will probably come and perch there, and then you can get that great kingfisher shot that you've been wanting. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Take care, bye.